Hey, how you doing? This is Sora. And hello to my universe, our universe, Sorak Universe 77. Remember, this universe is for everyone. And when I said everyone, everyone, even the assholes, are included. We just have to learn how to live with each other somehow, but even the assholes are included. We need an asshole once in a while to keep us on track. Doesn't mean that what they're saying is correct or whatever, but we need an asshole once in a while just to keep us in check, that we need to look after stuff that is not good. I think they're there for there. As long as we keep them in check too, like don't let them spread too much, you know what I mean? But we need assholes. I was thinking about like a few hours ago, about fairness, balance, equilibrium, and all that stuff. And I forgot which one is who, but you can search it, because part of this is just, I won't give it to you the whole shebang already shoot up and ready to go in a pill, so just take it and you don't have to think about nothing. This conversation or this video, blog, vlog, book, whatever you want to call it, I don't care how you call it. I call it a video book in a way, but you have to research that one is balance and equilibrium. And one of them, they talking about going like this, up and down, until none of them fall. Just that one sounds like a plan. But eventually, you will have either, if it is something physical, one of those, the one in here or the one in here, that's going to get tired. One of them is going to let go. And then it's going to be no more, let it be. It's more like one is going to win and the other one is going to be destroyed or damaged or whatever. And the other one is about, you do some kind of a negotiation between both parts, A or B, or whatever you want to call it, and they will stay steady. And in this situation, because it's a negotiation, give some to get some or whatever. But in that negotiation of being steady, not like going up or down, everyone go into an arrangement that, and an agreement of everyone is going to get whatever they want to get, whatever it is, I don't care. That's basically the best scenario. People like to live in an up and down, but I think the best scenario is the one that is steady. It means that, both parts are doing the things that they're supposed to do in order to be at the same level, eye to eye. But right now, I think we don't want that. And even though that, for example, if I want something, let's say that I want to have a bowl of ice cream, and another person want a bowl of ice cream. Okay, we both reach at the same time and go into the freezer and both have enough for one bowl. In that freezer is enough for one bowl of ice cream. And let's say that both the parts really want ice cream. like really. It's not a negotiation. They don't want to give up eating ice cream. They don't want to give up the fact that they want to eat ice cream. And then you could be in a situation that both of them are negotiating. Half a scoop for you, a quarter of scoop for me, I don't want that much, or I don't want to be an ass or whatever, It's going to be a back and forward. Okay? Then both of us, we analyze each other's situation and we think that we can make an arrangement. Yeah, cool. Then let's say that we split the ice cream in half, so you guys can have an ice cream. That could be a good situation. But since this society likes to make things really complicated, let's add something else to it. Let's say that one of them have an illness that the only thing that they can eat at the moment is ice cream. And basically that's kind of like their food. Okay. So let's say, okay, let's give more ice cream to the person that actually needs the ice cream. I really want it. And the person that really want it could have a little bit less. That would be ideal. But right now, for what I see right now, no one want to give nothing, I understand. Sometimes you get tired and you want all or nothing. And that's understandable. Everyone wants all or nothing. And sometimes we don't look at the big picture of things. And the big picture of things is there is more ice cream coming up. And people think that this is the only ice cream that we're going to have and this is the end. If it is not that, we are going to be in a bad situation. And people think that the resources are going to go out. But there is more. It's going to be more ice cream coming up. And it's not saying that your situation of you want to be taken care of, regardless if you really need it or not, just want the ice cream. And you really want it. That's it. You don't have no explanation that it will mean something like, oh yeah, I really have a craving for that. No. You just want the ice cream. You don't crave it. You don't need it, but you want it, just for the heck of having it, for the fun of it, to eat it. And then you see another person that actually need it and actually want it, because for them that ice cream is kind of like for you to be like a meal. If you're vegan, a vegan thing, or if you are something in between, like having a good steak with all the fixings and everything and the salad, whatever. But for that person, that meal, that's not an ice cream, that's not dessert, that is not a craving, that's something that they learn to crave because that's the only thing they like and they're the only thing they can, and they program themselves to actually like ice cream. And that's okay. That person have a problem regardless what it is. I don't know if it's factual or not, but it's a situation that person actually is in need of a meal. That's the only thing that they can eat, and they can survive with that. Might not be the greatest, but we doing it. We're doing a mental exercise of thinking that's the situation. And I put ice cream because something like most of us like in any version. The version that we eat, the version that is made with 100% with fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. Regardless, but we want ice cream. And yeah, but right now what we see is like, it's not that I want ice cream, it's just I put in my mind, without caring about no one, that we need ice cream. And we're going to have it, and we're going to take every measure possible or every avenue possible to get there. I don't care what happened. I don't care who gets in the way. I want ice cream. Nice, huh? And that's the part that I'm talking about. That right now, we don't want to compromise. We need to some extent compromise with something. We cannot put ourselves in a situation that we're going to destroy the ice cream just because we cannot agree on something. That'll be stupid. Make no sense in any possible thing. Because if you are someone that have some kind of not say moral, but kind of like moral or practical way to be, if none of us get ice cream, what is the point? So let's say that person that ice cream is a meal, that person could say, yeah, I can live without 25% of that ice cream. And the other person said, okay, no problem, because I'm going to be a better person like you are a better person. And yeah, I can live with 25%. Then, yeah, you go ahead. And if you're not wasteful, you eat your 25, the other person eats the 75%, and everything is fine. But that's the thing. Right now, everyone want to have the ice cream. They don't want to share it and nothing like that. And right now we have like some kind of a egocentric or I am better than everyone mentality that is not allowing that to happen. Everyone think that they have the truth on their hand, and no, we cannot allow that to happen. We cannot allow that to happen. It will make no sense. It will make no sense. And that's where we are right now. That's where we are right now. It's no longer about it's no longer about what you think or it's not about what you think or what you believe or nothing like that. It's more like it's about what I am. It's about me. It's not about believing in being fair and be fair. It's just about me. They want people to, I don't want to, sometimes you have the mentality that I don't want to, that I want everyone around me to be fair to me. But when it comes to my turn to be fair, no. 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 And that's what I'm talking about. The whole thing about going up and down. It's a difference. We don't want to think about nothing. We just want to things because we want things. It's not because we're going to use it for something or whatever. It's more like, yeah, I want it because I wanted it. And I don't care. I don't care about that person that actually needs that resource to survive or nothing like that. We just want to be taken care of, and that's it. It's like the whole universe evolves around you. Because if you don't get your stuff, oh my gosh, the whole planet, the whole universe have to suffer because you don't get what you want. And you have that, both of them, the A and the B have the same mentality. They say that the resources are going to be over by the time whatever. And no, we got plenty. And enough for forever. It's just, we need to figure out how to protect what we have and make more of what we need. But no. And sometimes we condemn people for whatever. And in a way, we do the same thing. You have to. Another thing, for example, right now you see a weaker person, and I try to be as neutral as I could, and a weaker person and a strong person. The strong person has become a bully. Boom, 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 boom. Attack the weaker person. And that bully attack the weaker person and destroy the weaker person. You might think that is bad. Yeah, and it's bad. A bully should not be allowed to win. Should not be allowed to win. Never, never. But we should be more fair to each other and understand that we need to be a better person all the time and be more better, Let other people, do the thing. I'm just turning my camera because I have my camera on top of my golf cart. And we struggle with that. We struggle to be fair, but like I was saying, we are really upset about the fact that the bully did something wrong, or we are upset because we are not the bully. Because let me tell you, a weaker person could be a bully. It just is that person is cover himself on that shroud of I'm weak. and I need protection. I need protection. I'm weak. I'm a good person because I'm weak. No, because there are a lot of brave people that are bad, and there's a lot of brave people that are good, and there's a lot of weaker person that are bad, and there's a lot of weaker person that are good. And the worst thing that you can see is a weaker person that plays around the cards like it is a victim, oh, because I'm little, you know, I should be taken care of. No good. You should not use your strength or your weakness to do bad. And you will say, yeah, how that happened? Because he's a weak person. Yeah, he's a weak person, but he got a strong mentality and a strong way of thinking. That person might say, oh, yeah, I'm not strong enough to do this, but I need an equalizer. And I use that equalizer to do bad. And then because you see that weaker person using a tool that will make it more stronger, now that weaker person is now the weaker person is the good one because no, I keep using I don't like it, but think about it. You have a bad person that is weak with a tool that will make it more stronger. Oh, that's justified because it's a weaker person, but you don't think that that person might be a bad person. You just physically and spiritual, whatever, is weaker, but mentally, no. He's very capable in his head or her head or whatever. And that's the problem we have right now. We got a lot of bad, weak persons that play upon the fact they're physically weaker to do harm. And everything that they do is justified. And that's what we have right now. And that's what we have right now. A lot of bad people, they're weak, using their mind to against people that they're maybe strong physically, but mentally they're not there. So, and that's the problem that we have right now. And you cannot be fair with evil because evil is not fair with us. And there's a lot of good people that think that because they're weaker, everyone should be weaker. No. That you cannot pretend that you don't use the same tools. It just maybe you don't physically have the tool with your hand, but you use someone else that have the same tool in their hands to do your bidding and your deeds for you. And that's not being truthful and be honest to yourself or be honest with everyone else, because you don't go alive. If you want everyone to use a bucket, if you want to use a bucket, don't make everyone else's life a living hell because they know how to use that bucket and they can use it themselves to do whatever they need to do to protect their families and or the loved ones, or to help with someone. Don't blame that person that knows how to use the bucket correctly, and don't make it difficult for everyone else that is good And yeah, you might get into the argument that good bad people can also take the bucket. Yeah, but you want good people to know how to use the bucket correctly, and have different type of buckets so they can do the part of helping their families, their loved ones, their neighbor, their society, whatever. And that's the problem that we have right now. We don't want to admit that we are weaker, and we don't want no one that is stronger and good in a good person or a good human being or whatever you want to call it to do the right thing. Because I don't want to feel, I feel like no one should use the bucket. I don't care if their family dies. I don't care for anything. I just care about my opinion, and my opinion is king, and is my right to prevent everyone else to live the life the way they want it. Yeah. And I don't care. I don't care if you think whatever you want to think, but everyone that is a good person that doesn't want to force someone into be whatever, because I don't believe in forcing someone to do anything. But yeah, I want everyone to have their good people, and we don't know who is good and who is bad because there's no way. There's a lot of people that are good, they're nice, but there's a lot of people they're bad, they're really nice. There's a lot of people that are really, really, really. They've been with them, they're and out them like in and out. They're really bad, but they're really nice because they understand that politeness is a way in to everyone. Because you don't want someone to be nice and lovely and thoughtful with you, and and you want people to be nice and polite and very like, oh, I love you. I'm being nice. I big a lot of a lot of. Why I keep saying I look like an idiot. Uh, you will like people saying that I love you, I will give you a hug, let me give you a kiss, let me include you in my plans and all that stuff. But in reality, it's just a way to go in. It's kind of like computer virus. And then you have this other person that acts like not a good person, that is very straightforward, that is the way they express themselves is kind of like an asshole. Maybe use a lot of words that you don't like to hear. But that person that you think that is not a good person because the way they behave, that actually might be the good person. And you don't realize that might be that is a good person. Because for you, having a mentality that the good person is always lovely, well mannered, well dressed, very polite, I'm always saying the things in a way that everyone is like, yeah. What we have in our fantasy of what is a good person and what is a good thing, that's the way they go in. They go with the people that were dressed, the word like tights, they're like clean shave, word groom, or they dress, they dress, they cover the whole face and all that stuff, just to not to be that like sounds like or have a aura or feeling of being a good person, and you are like, yeah, that's a good person because it's always so beautifully, he sounds smart. No, it's just a con. Like con artists, the ones that are like steal stuff without just by word and be nice and polite. Yeah, I'm not saying that being nice is bad. It's just being nice because you're a nice person. Not, but there's a lot of people that are really rude and they're a good person. That's the way they are. And we go by the label. If the label says something that we love and like, we don't care what it is inside. Might as well we can drink poison and taste awesome. Then 20 seconds later, dead in the floor. Just because we think that I was nice. I mean, let me tell you, in life I met a lot of assholes. And some of them that were really nice, and some of them that were really good. Rude as hell. And when I say good, it means like they're really assholes. Like they act, they talk, they behave like assholes. But they're there all the time saving your life and saving your skin and be there for you without no questioning. But they are like assholes. And there are those people, they're like always nice, always polite. They talk the way you like. They say the stuff that you agree with, and they stab you in the back. Think about it. There's a lot of things that you need to think about when you're talking about being fair. And being balanced, or have equilibrium, or being balanced, or whatever. And I'm not that straightforward, you guys, because I want you to think of what I've been saying. I put it together with what you have, regardless of what time. I hope this video gets you when it is 2020 or a billion years from now, and still somehow you can have those videos and see it. I hope whatever. I hope we didn't mess up this planet so much that we cannot see those videos anymore in any platform. But yeah, think about it. That one is going up and down, and the other one is steady. One, you can fall regardless if you're going to fall to the left or to the right or to forward and to back or to up and down, but you're going to fall. And I say up because, you think that maybe some weird dimension you can fall up. I don't know. But I'm just saying, you can either go one way or the other, but you cannot be on the same line that you put in your mind, that you go from point A to point B, and you think that going to point B is the right way to be, regardless of how many curves or whatever. But if you don't center yourself in a way that is like steady, not going like this, it's like society. If society go one way or the other way, or left or right, or left, up and down, left, whatever, if you don't stay steady, regardless of what it is going around you, you ain't gonna get nowhere. And let me tell you, I keep saying, look like an idiot, but it's been a long time that I don't do a video. Every time that you don't center yourself, you cannot enjoy the chaos that is in front of you. And it's a lot of chaos, I have to keep working on that. Think about it. It's not, you cannot get anywhere if you're not centered. You cannot enjoy the chaos. And it's a chaos that is bad and good in a way. Because live in a situation that is full of chaos. It's like open your eyes right now and see a lot of colors and a lot of shapes and sizes, and you will see that and you will be like, oh my gosh, what it is in there. Oh, what I see, I cannot understand it. But when you're center, you will see the color that you like, the shape that you like, the form that you like, and you will go for it. But when you're chaotic in your mind and not center, chaos is more chaos and nothing will get done. But you need to be center of what you like and find out, go deep in what you like and who you are as a person, regardless of what it is. Because imagine fixing a car with a hammer. Make no sense. There's a few things that you can fix with a hammer on a car. There's a lot of things that you can fix, and even in a computer with a hammer, you can fix a lot of things within anything with one tool, but you cannot fix the whole thing because you need more tools in order to fix a car besides a hammer. In order to fix a computer, you need something more besides a hammer. You need more tools, more knowledge, more in-depth knowledge of whatever it is. You cannot paint a house only with paint. You need the rollers, the brushes, the stuff, the edgers, so you don't paint something else, and the plastic that you put on the floor so you don't mess up everything with your paint. It's a lot of things that you need in order to do one task, regardless what it is. And in life, yeah, you need tools. Some tools are better than the others to do one job, but in the end, it's the same tools, but sometimes stronger, sometimes weaker, sometimes small, sometimes tiny, sometimes like huge. But we need different type of tools to do one job. And those tools should be available to everyone. Yeah, it might be, it's like anything. You have a carpenter that knows how to use a hammer. Boom, 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 boom. Make a house, whatever he wants. With wood and a hammer, he can make a lot of stuff with a hammer. But you have the idiot that doesn't know how to use a hammer, and it might hurt someone. It might hurt themselves. But you're going to take away that tool just because some idiot doesn't know how to use it, or that person want to use it in the wrong way so they can hurt people intentionally. I don't want to gamble on that. Everyone should be allowed to have their hammer or the bucket, like I said before, to finish their job, whatever it is. Remember, the bad stuff will go down into the ground eventually. But yeah, like I was saying before, don't be like up and down. Be steady and straight to whatever you want to do. And I'm not saying that you should do that. It just think about it. Because I cannot tell you what to do. No one can tell you what to do. I know someone that is like everywhere. I'm not afraid to say, it's like God is only, and everyone that is in God's army, if you know what I mean, or in God's realm, those are actually the ones that can tell you what to do, because they're either the instruction came straight from God, or they want to give us a familiar face so we can see someone familiar telling us how to live our life. But that's just me. I'm a believer. But if you don't, just be efficient and be a nice person with someone else, and arrange something in your mind. And I can say this video was more with than whatever I'm going to say to you. But you have to understand that somehow Sometimes we have to live in the gray, or in the pink, or in the middle of A and B. Even though we like A or B, or we like more red and more white, or we like more white and more black, and we like whatever. And it's okay that you like something more than others. That's okay, but that does what it goes wrong is when you think that everyone should be the same way, and that's not good. I mean, it's a lot of things that I believe that should not be done, but I ain't gonna first force my belief in you. What I believe and what I know is that we should have a average line that will allow us to go either up or down, or left to right, or up and down, like I said before, or forward and backwards. But everyone should have the opportunity to be in that middle ground until their minds and their heart and soul is complete and somehow, and they can make a smart and intelligent decision of what they want. Because sometimes when you're a kid, you think one way, and when you're a teenager, you think one way, and when you are like in that 24 years old age, you have a way to think, and when you are 40 something, you have a way to think, and then when you say 50, you change your mind, and then maybe by the time you're 40 something, you actually have a structure thing in your head of what you are and what you like and what you love, whatever. And from that point on, you can walk that path that you choose. But when you are a kid, a baby, or teenager, or toddler, or whatever, you don't have a clue. And you don't want to make a decision and have someone else making a decision for you that you will regret it. And you will say, yeah, how my parents will do something bad for the kids. But there's a lot of parents, they have a mentality of my way or the highway, and I don't care even if what my daughter or my son or whatever think. I want them to go this way, and I don't care about what they believe or whatever. But we should always agree to have a gray zone that we can walk on, or pink zone that we can walk on, so we can see what we like and what we are in the minds. But when you're not mature enough in your head, in your heart, in your soul, you always think that your way is the only way. That it's all about me. I'm so important that the universe will crumble if I'm not here, or if I don't do my thing. And trust me, it's a ton of people. They've been there for a long time ago, and they come and go, and some of them they go forever, and we're still here. We still have to wake up in the morning, sometimes loving what we do, sometimes don't loving what we do, sometimes complaining what we're doing is not good, it's not fulfilling, but it's responsible to be whatever. So the thing's still going. History and time is still ticking, regardless of what you think or what you believe. But yeah, thank you for everything. Thank you. Uh, God bless you if you're a believer like me. And if you don't, it's okay. Have a very productive life. And if you are a believer, God bless you. And remember, this is my universe, our universe, everyone else's universe. Sorak Universe 77. Bye bye.